In 1966, two men attempted the impossible. They tried to build a car fast enough to beat Ferrari, the greatest racing dynasty in the world. One was a genius engineer, the other, a reckless, stubborn, fearless driver, against all odds, against corporate politics, against physics itself. They risked everything. This is the true story of Ford v Ferrari, where speed meets obsession, and loyalty is tested at 200 miles per hour. The film opens with Carroll Shelby, a former racing legend who once won Le Mans, the most brutal 24-hour race on Earth, but a heart condition forces him to quit driving forever. Now, he designs cars, frustrated, brilliant, hungry to win again. Enter Ken Miles, a mechanic and race car driver with a temper hotter than his engines. He's broke, misunderstood, but gifted behind the wheel like no one else. Meanwhile, across the world, Ford Motor Company is losing relevance. In an act of desperation and ego, Henry Ford II decides to do something insane. If you can't beat Ferrari, buy Ferrari. But Enzo Ferrari humiliates them. He calls Ford fat, loud, and says their cars are ugly. You can almost hear Ford's ego shatter. Ford, we're gonna beat Ferrari at Le Mans. And to do that, they need the best. Enter Shelby and Miles. Shelby convinces Ford to fund their dream team, but there's a catch. Ford executives hate Ken Miles. They call him unpredictable, uncontrollable, too emotional. Shelby defends him. Ken Miles is the only man who can win this race. Coup. The most satisfying building montage ever. Ken and the team push the prototype to its limits. Engines explode. Brakes catch fire. Ken almost dies a dozen times, but every failure makes the car faster. Ken listens to the car like it's speaking to him. When something feels wrong, he hears it. When something is off, he feels it. This isn't just racing. This is art. Finally, Ford allows Ken to race at Le Mans, but the track is hell. It rains. Engines fail. Drivers crash at 200 miles per hour. Ken battles Ferrari's top driver, a cold-blooded racer named Bondini. Shelby whispers from the pit, "Go to war." Ken pushes the car beyond its limits, hitting 215 miles per hour, breaking lap records, gaining on Ferrari. It's no longer about Ford versus Ferrari. It's Ken versus himself. Every turn flawless, every shift precise. He overtakes Ferrari. Ford is winning. But then politics strikes. Corporate executives order Shelby to slow Ken down. So all three Ford cars cross the finish line together for a photo. Ken smiles. Slow down. After everything? But he does it. He puts the team first. All three cars finish in formation. Ford gets their photo, but Ferrari reveals a rule. Because Ken slowed down, he didn't drive the farthest distance. He is robbed of the win he earned. He loses the title. Shelby is furious. Ken just smiles. Sometimes the victory isn't the trophy. Months later, during a test run, Ken's car malfunctions at high speed. He crashes. He dies instantly. Shelby visits Ken's son, unable to speak the loss to heavy. But Ken Miles changes racing forever. And the car he helped build? It becomes a legend. Ford won the battle. Ken Miles won immortality. This was more than a race. It was a fight for passion, loyalty, and greatness. If you enjoyed this recap, hit like and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, if you had one shot at greatness, would you risk everything?